Hello and welcome back to our Binding of Isaac commentary. Sven.
No.
Sven hates that game.
I don't hate it. I just hate that you're constantly playing and talking and playing about it.
I hate that game so much.
I had no idea. I feel so out of the loop that you haven't been talking about that game, Stevie.
I always
talked about it for like 2 weeks.
I don't talk about it that much. I just play it a lot.
No.
Anyways,
surprised.
So
I know there are some watchers out there just going, I came for Sonic Episode 2 commentary.
Yeah, not commentary about games that Stevie might or might not enjoy. Anyway.
Yeah, because your last guy's commentary was all about Episode 1. You didn't talk about He-Man or anything.
No, absolutely not.
So let's talk about
He-Man.
Oilopolis Zone, or whatever you want to call it. I like the idea that they tied this into the first, or Sonic 2, by having you... It's basically Oil Ocean, but it's all dried up, and that Eggman or Robotnik, or whatever he's called in this game, wants to, suck up at all the resources, or whatever the fucking plot is. And I like that idea by showing that it's the same zone, but it's kind of different, because it's all sand.
It
now.
also shows that he actually has a business plan.
I don't think it's a business plan. Yeah. I don't think he's like...
actually a corporation. He's just a capitalist.
I think it's business plan straight out of a Captain Planet episode.
Well, yeah, you mean obvious, like being evil for the sake of being evil.
Exactly.
So this fucking...
you guys think of those enemies with bombs they build up there?
They are bullshit.
I hate those enemies.
They've always...
You're talking about those they're like little ladybugs that build those bombs.
But they've always had enemies.
Very hard to get by.
In Metropolis Zone.
They have, but this game is full of them. This particular stage, they're everywhere.
Are you saying this game is like one giant Metropolis Zone?
That would be awesome.
It wouldn't. Sven, you're the only one I know who likes Metropolis Zone.
Oh, you like Metropolis Zone, Sven?
Yeah, I do. It's a great zone.
I like the music. The music in Metropolis Zone is good, but that's it.
So the music in this game.
This might be my favorite stage in the game.
This one?
What's that, Stevie?
Oil Desert?
I like the stage. I like the stage quite a bit. Other than those enemies, and there's a couple tail sections, of course, that are horrible. But I like this zone quite a bit.
You sound kind
Actually,
of
no, I think
robotic.
White Park's my favorite.
Yeah, you're turning into Metal Josh right now.
Yeah, I stole your Amy Rose.
Yeah, and I didn't care, but I still have to go on this fucking journey anyways. Yeah, this is pretty bullshit with what you're doing now.
You mean my performance?
This sandstorm bit. The fire, yeah.
Yes! And then Tails, once you get hit, Tails can't be recalled again. It's fucking bullshit.
I thought he could.
No, once you've been hit, no.
Yeah, because I think a couple of
so.
times I accidentally jumped off from him.
Did you guys ever accidentally use X to try and do a spin dash from Generations and just end up doing the 69 move and just go right off the edge?
Nope.
I've done that a couple times.
No.
I'm a loser.
What
you got the
of red coins in this game?
The emblems?
Yeah.
It gives you a reason to play the stage again. That's the only thing I could think
But
of.
the only thing you get when you collect all of them is an achievement.
Really?
Oh, you'll get like a... I thought
thought
maybe you got a trophy or something. Or not a trophy, what are they called? Avatar Award or something.
No, you don't get anything, just an achievement, which I think is kind of lazy.
I always play for Avatar Awards in Sonic games. They always have the best Avatar Awards.
What was the Avatar Award for this one?
I don't know. I haven't.
I think one of them is
once.
one of them is like a Sonic 2 half pipe. I think actually that your little character goes in.
Sonic 2 what?
Half pipe special stage.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Why? This is what I've wondered. How can that sign have 3 faces on it?
You know,
How can
you
the
were
blue
the one.
hedgehog with the speed of sound?
Exactly. Also, you were the one saying that it's kind of ridiculous to talk about Sonic storylines. This fucking soundtrack is terrible.
Yeah, the soundtrack isn't
Yeah.
that good.
Especially
There's
this
not
bit.
one song in
So
It's
bad.
just a couple seconds of music repeated over and over again.
Yeah.
Well, so were NES games, and still.
But no, that was like a minute and then they repeated.
Well, it depends. There were 30-second loops, though.
Yeah, but they still had a chorus.
Yeah, they had a full song. Like, I actually have when they first revealed the first song from episode 1, I still have that on my iPod and I listen to it occasionally. It's a full-on song. This one, I mean, every single song, it's literally like maybe 15 seconds of music repeat over and over and over again.
Yeah.
It's unbearable.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I've said this before, but I don't think the music fits in with the game because the music is Genesis chiptune-y, but the visuals couldn't never be done on a Genesis.
I think it sounds less chiptune than the first episode. And
No,
that's
I-
one of my
I-
problems. I want it to sound more chiptune. I love the sound that they used.
But it doesn't
in the first
doesn't
game.
fit in thematically though, with the visuals.
Oh, this part's horrible too. If you don't use the spin dash, it's impossible.
Yeah. Do you
Or it's
die
not
here?
possible, it's hard.
You do.
Yeah.
Or can't you do the 69 thing?
You can
Sorry?
do that too. Yeah.
I do like the giant robot caterpillars or whatever they are that come out of the ground here.
I don't know. Do
Yeah,
they serve
they're-
any kind of purpose, though?
Well, they're pretty cool looking.
I think they
I
hurt
said
you.
I said purpose.
Yeah,
Well-
but I think in a game it's a part of it. The style is a part of it, and it adds something to the level.
Yeah.
Oh,
You're so passive about this game, Sven.
I think it speaks to the boringness of the game. That you can't even be that passionately angry about it. It's just indifference.
yeah, it's just there.
But it seems like you were quite passive. You were pretty disappointed with it, Josh.
I am. There's certain areas that I'm aggressively angry at. When we get to them, actually, I think it's the next stage or the next zone rather. I think Air Fortress Zone had some of the most frustrating moments in
Oh,
all of the
boy.
Sonic Force yet.
Oh yeah.
I was so angry at those stages. Took me so long to beat the first one. I skipped
Yeah.
over it at first and went to the second and third. And the third one is really irritating as well.
Really, you skipped one?
I skipped the first one at first because I was so angry at it, and then I went back to it before I
Oh wow.
to the final stage, or final zone. I was so angry. God, it pissed me off.
You see, I would also like to see a third one because they could do the special stage from Sonic 3 and Knuckles, and that's a legit good, I think, stage. It's the easiest one. I think it's good.
I don't remember it anymore.
Sorry, go ahead.
It's the one with the blue orbs.
Oh yes.
I think that's a good stage that they could have done.
And I feel
This-
again.
This one's my favorite, but I definitely agree that the Blue Orb one's good too.
No, diddler 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 diddler
I know,
for you.
that's like I have a physical reflex to hearing that
Yeah.
because I'm so good.
Yeah. Oh, I'm so good at Sonic 2, man. You played over 100 hours of it, God.
I really like the background of the stage. The backdrop is really nice.
Oh, when it's all oily.
Yeah, it's like oily and you can see off really far.
Yeah, that's
Bit of
why
a ride.
there's a decent sense of progression in this game as you go through it. Like in the ice stage, as the zones go on, it becomes more theme parky.
Who was it? I think it was Michael in his review. He pointed out that each zone ends with like a segue into the next stage. Like
Yeah.
at the end of certain zone, one zone like it ends with sand, which leads into this one, which I think is a cool idea. I hadn't even thought of that.
Yeah, and I mean, Sonic's always done that. I think the third one they had actual connections between levels.
Even though they were shoehorned in because in the third one they actually wanted to segue into levels from Sonic and Knuckles, which, well, were split into Sonic and Knuckles.
Yeah, but it still works. It
Yeah,
still
it still
works
works.
when Knuckles.
I
flips
think it's just a neat idea. It's not essential. It's purely cosmetic, but it's kind of a cool idea.
Yeah, because Knuckles flips the switch. That's the thing. I think Knuckles is a way better bad guy than Metal Sonic was in Sonic CD, because Knuckles actually does flip your shit sometimes.
Mm-hmm. What do you guys think of these sections of Sand Rising?
These are pretty bullshit.
They're okay.
I don't mind them, to be honest with you. I liked how short they were for the most part.
I dislike this part here.
Yeah,
'Cause
this
that
one's the
is
hardest one, I
sometimes.
think. Oh, see you, Tails.
Oh yeah, he's dead. I don't like. Yeah, these fucking. You can't go into your ball
Yeah.
with those objects either, which is annoying. I get what you mean. This part is kind of you didn't do anything there.
Like the one that kills me is the final stage. It's how the world turns with you and everything.
Yeah.
It's a great idea, but that stage, honestly, you do almost nothing.
But it's
You
the
just go-
it's the prelude to a boss though.
It is the prelude to a boss, but there's a full zone in there, and it's just you're just running, and it's a shame because I think that's one of the best ideas this game had, and they didn't use it.
Mm. Well, Sonic's always taken lots of its ideas and left the most interesting one to the Death Egg.
That's true.
That's true. It's just the Death Egg. I mean, oftentimes it ends up being its own zone. Actually, it's actually kind of rare. It's funny how Sonic 2, I love how in Sonic 2 the Death Egg's music. There's actually a whole separate song that they build just for the moment, like the 2 seconds before you see Metal Sonic at the end.
Yeah. What did you think of the attack you just did, where you two did a super
I
friendship
did
attack?
not know it was in the game until this playthrough.
I
Me too.
thought it's in there
Or
like
not
the
this
first.
but
I could have swear it's in the first level.
Really?
Yeah, I've done it in the first level.
Ah,
I remember seeing the boxes for it earlier in the game, and I would skip by them and be like, oh, it's probably just coins or something. But I remember seeing like a strange thing in there, and then I hit it. I didn't get it until the stage because it's the first place where it's easily gettable. And when I got it, I was like, why is that even necessary?
Yeah,
why
I
is that
mean,
even in the game?
Yeah. I agree with that. It's well.
It just feels like more justification for Tails being in the game. And
Yeah.
just trying to create.
Remember Tails? You like him, right?
Fabric.
Mhm.
Give a shit about.
I still think he's more useful in here than he is in Sonic 2.
Oh,
You're-
he is, but
You just jelly because Knuckles isn't in this. This boss,
No comment.
this boss isn't the best, I will admit.
It's the blocks cometh in Sonic form.
It takes it
And
takes
Stevie,
ages.
you should know the blocks cometh.
Yeah, I know, because indie games and shit.
Yeah,
This
exactly.
this game would be better if it was black and white and there's a giant spider in it.
Oh.
Limbo jokes. That's how in I am.
Sonic should be square and like made out of meat.
Yeah, Sonic should have vague references to symbolisms.
Sonic 4 Indie Edition!
That in that case, it would be the best game ever.
I don't think so.
So there you have it. Give
I
Sonic
want-
to Team.
I want a photorealistic Sonic where you have a real hedgehog and a real fox just running around.
I want Jim Davis to do the next Sonic 4 episode, so it's like Garfield.
Have them running around at normal speed that your average hedgehog would run around at.
Yeah, well, hedgehogs don't run. Fun fact: hedgehogs can't actually move.
You're an idiot.
What?
It's a real fact that I just made up.
You're the
Yeah, it's
reason
kind of-
why British humor is
Yeah.
dying.
No, you're the
Did
reason.
you guys
'cause
Did you
are-
guys oh no, Sven, did you ever get to the boss where you're running up blocks in what's it called? Sin and Punishment 2?
No, I hate Sin and
Because this
Punishment
boss
2.
reminds
Sin and Punishment 2 is bullshit.
Why do you not like that?
Because it's just too hard for no reason, and I don't like that because I'm a wuss.
Okay,
Yeah, I was gonna say I can't help you if you're a pansy.
Yeah.
But it's a great game. But you said you stopped at that Witch Doctor boss, and that boss is before that Witch Doctor boss. But I don't know, this boss where you're climbing up the blocks and avoiding falling ones reminds me of that.
This isn't very good, to be fair, this boss.
It is.
No, it's not.
Especially if you fall down a hole.
But it's miles above, you know, the thing Sonic Episodes 1 did.
Yeah. At least it's having an original form.
Exactly.
They're trying to do something new, at least.
Well, that's the thing. In Sonic CD, each boss tried something new as well.
Yeah, and Sonic City is a good game.
Yeah, but you... that's debatable.
What?
Why don't you like Sonic CD now?
It's okay. It's not great.
It's not the best Sonic game ever. It's not the best Sonic game ever. I'll agree with that.
I saw that you rated it on your top 5, Sven. I think it's way over.
Well, you rated Sonic Adventure on your top 5.
Yeah, Sonic Advance is fantastic.
No, Adventure.
Adventure.
No, what is?
I love Spot as all get out. You're an idiot. Oh, I win. If I say I win, that means I win.
Yeah,
No, you
evidently.
don't.
Yeah, I do. No, Sonic CD is so different. It's different in good ways and bad ways. Like, I think the level design is fucking wonky in that. And the bosses are frustrating as shit.
No,
Yeah.
no, and no.
Yes, yes, and yes. I think there's some cool ideas in the bosses, but the fact that 90% of them are based on you just dealing with the same unfair environmental obstacles over and over and over until you can finally get past that headache and get up to him and hit him once. For some reason, if you hit him once, he dies.
Alright. Part
Yeah.
4.
Yeah, that was part 3. We'll continue Sonic CD after this intermission of your life.